everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We're here with David Cook, our extension agent. We're going to ask some questions about cicadas in Davidson County and surrounding areas this summer. So should we be concerned?
No, you can be concerned, but that'd be a waste of good mental energy, I call it. Cicada outbreak or an emergence is not going to occur to any significant level, if any at all, in Davidson County because of the type of cicada, the 17-year. They're not prevalent in Davidson County. 17-year cicada is a more northern species above Tennessee and higher elevations in East Tennessee. To get a little bit east of here, Wilson County is probably going to experience a major cicada emergence. Davidson County, not so much, if anything. In 2024 will be the 13-year, and that's the one that we have to be prepared for.
So in 2024, we're thinking, what are we protecting? Are we netting trees? Are we protecting certain plants?
Well, your vegetables don't worry about. Cicadas have no interest in vegetables or any type of herbaceous non-woody plant. Even small shrubs are not a concern. Now, if you had a fruit tree, a small fruit tree, or a small landscape tree that you can put a really fine mesh netting over, not the netting that keeps birds out, which is bigger openings. Cicada get right through those. You should probably cover those up. And that'll allow air and sunlight to get to the tree. Now, you do want to fasten that netting. If you could somehow pass it around, loosely around the trunk of the tree so there's no openings. Because female cicada, what she will do, she will fly to the underside of a pencil diameter twig, and with her ovipositor, she will slice open that thin bark and insert eggs. And she'll do this, she can lay 400, 600 eggs, but she'll go, when she uses all the room up on that branch, she'll go to another branch, and after she does all that, she will die. But they're going to be active in 2024. That's the deadline for us.
So we think fall planted small trees are good for this year.
You're good for this year in Davidson County. And so this is 2021. So we have a few more years. Your tree can grow. But if it's still a small tree, and particularly fruit trees, I would probably try to net those. Spraying any type of insecticide is not effective at all. That's been proven through research that shows no impact on cicadas. So, and again, they will be around for 4 to 6 weeks in 2024. Now, unless you travel to East Tennessee, you're going to miss the big party. So, but a lot of people go, I don't want to go to that party. Okay.
So should we say avoid planning your wedding for early May 2024?
Well, yes, you might you go with your wedding planner and maybe your future spouse,
Outdoor
and to make sure that the wedding does occur and that the marriage is successful and will last for a while. You don't want what we call uninvited guests. So the thing what you won't want to do in the fall of 2023 is to plant a lot of young small trees, particular fruit trees or any ornamental shade tree, because they're going to be very susceptible to the female cicadas laying eggs in these pencil diameter branches, causing a lot of physical damage. The minimal amount of feeding they do to extract sap from branches, that does no harm to trees whatsoever. Even the 13 to 17 years feeding by the nymphs does not cause any damage because their metabolism is so drawn out and so slow. A tree like this could have 1,000 cicadas underneath it. It's not going to show any evidence of any injury, all that. But yeah, I would 2024, that month of May, outdoor activities, unless you like a lot of screaming and running and chaos. Yeah, I would maybe postpone till the summer. After about our June weddings real popular. That's about the die off of the cicadas. About mid-June, you're probably pretty safe.
So we're saying avoid tree planting then, but if people planted trees this past fall, are they safe for this year?
Yeah. We don't have to worry about 17-year. Then for 2024, our big emergence, if you wait till all the cicadas die, then you could plant the fall of 2024 and your trees won't sustain any injury, and they'll be 13 years of growing healthy.
We've also got some questions about whether cicadas will be harmful to pets or vegetables of any kind, annual plants.
Yeah. No, they don't eat, they're not concerned with any annual or perennial type herbaceous plants. The female will only seek out trees, mainly not even any shrubs, to insert eggs on the underside of pencil diameter twigs. Dogs, the only harm is that they will just eat too many of them, and cats.
Now, in an interview, you said they tasted like something specific that I thought was great.
Well, some of them have, they say, if they're eaten when they're adults, they can taste, have a little nutty flavor, but in a casserole, I have heard, now I'm going to try to, I'm going to have to drive in Wilson County and collect a handful, asparagus flavor. And I like asparagus, so I might like cicadas. I might trick some friends or invite them for a dinner and not tell them what they're eating. And go, you sure this is asparagus? Well, no, it's really not. It's
So do we think, besides the casserole possibilities, do cicadas serve any good purpose? Is there any advantage to having them around?
When any insect emerges in such large populations, that's a lot of biomass, we call it, organic material. And they're packed full of nutrients too, because they've been feeding on tree roots, taking out a little bit of sap, not causing any damage to the trees. But when they die, that is a lot of organic matter that's going back into the soil as a natural fertilizer. So we will see probably within a year, during that growing season, maybe a flush of growth on trees, because it's a lot of organic matter. Bird populations generally may be a little bit healthier because it's an abundant source of food. Birds will feed until they just cannot feed anymore, and they're going, I got to have something else. I'm tired of cicada. So it's an unusual insect. It's not a locust. A locust is a grasshopper, a migratory grasshopper. And it's very interesting when the colonists came over to this country, they were familiar with locusts over in Europe and that part of the world, but we didn't have a locust here. And they had never seen a cicada. So there was documentation showing that our colonists thought there was a locust plague. And so they thought their crops were going to be damaged, and it didn't happen. But they assumed they were a locust. But a locust is a type of migratory grasshopper. A cicada is a different insect. They're not related to grasshoppers. They're in an insect order we call Homoptera, which also includes, people are familiar with aphids, and little insects called leafhoppers and plant hoppers and tree hoppers, things like that. So it's this year, you may be a little disappointed. Some people probably won't be disappointed. 2024, just be prepared.
We'll have another
be prepared.
Then. Get ready.
Oh, we will do it. We'll be nasty cicada. They'll be landing all over us.
So the good news is for this summer, we're in the clear. Davidson County should not expect anything, but we'll get back to you 2023, 2024.